Welcome to Weiwat's The W Files, the place where we explore the kinds of mysteries that make you stop and say,
Wait, what?
Today, we're diving into a theory that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi thriller, yet it has deep connections to ancient history. We're talking about Douglas Stearns' mind-bending ideas on sound technology, resonance, and the possibility that ancient civilizations might have been using frequencies in ways we're only now beginning to grasp. Think about it. Could the pyramids have been more than just tombs? Maybe they were energy machines, perfectly tuned to cosmic frequencies. Could ancient builders have used sonic technology to manipulate massive stone structures with precision we can't even replicate today? And then there's the wildest idea of them all. What if sound wasn't just a tool, but a weapon? A force capable of influencing minds, disrupting environments, or even bringing down entire cities. From the mystical 432 Hz frequency to the eerie, often unsettling effects of infrasound, today's episode is all about the power, mystery, and potential of sound. Whether you lean toward skepticism or you're open to believing that the ancients knew more than we give them credit for, this discussion is going to challenge what you think you know about history, technology, and the unseen forces that shape our world. So, open your mind, settle in, and let's explore the mysteries of sound. Douglas Stearns challenges the conventional idea that the pyramids were merely tombs, suggesting instead that they were ancient energy hubs designed to harness sound frequencies in ways we barely comprehend. His theories blend history, science fiction, and a touch of the paranormal, creating a perspective that feels like a mix of ancient aliens, Indiana Jones, and close encounters of the third kind, but with a deep focus on the mysteries of sonic technology. Rather than simply throwing out speculative ideas, Stearns connects his theories to real-world enigmas, particularly the astonishing precision of ancient stonework. From the Great Pyramid of Giza to the intricately fitted stones of Cusco, Peru, these structures defy conventional explanations. How did civilizations thousands of years ago move and shape massive blocks with such uncanny accuracy? Traditional methods suggest brute force and primitive tools, but Stearns proposes something far more elegant: sound technology. His fascination with this concept began after watching a TV show about the Great Pyramid, a moment of realization that felt straight out of Stargate. The sheer scale and mathematical precision of these structures sparked his curiosity. If modern construction struggles to replicate such precision, could it be that ancient civilizations had a different, perhaps more sophisticated method at their disposal? He suggests they might have harnessed sound waves in ways that modern science is only beginning to explore. But this idea goes beyond basic acoustics. Stearns explores the possibility that sound resonance could have been used to manipulate matter itself, not with chisels and hammers, but with something akin to a sonic sculptor's chisel, where specific frequencies shaped stone with precision beyond human capability. One of his most compelling examples is the seamless, rounded cornerstones of Cusco, where the stones fit together so perfectly that not even a razor blade can slip between them. While mainstream archaeology attributes this to labor-intensive stoneworking techniques, Stearns envisions ancient builders using controlled sound waves to mold stone, similar to modern experiments where sound is used to levitate and move small particles. And if sonic manipulation could shape stone, could it also lift them? The idea of levitating massive blocks with sound waves might sound like science fiction, but Stearns argues that ancient cultures could have been the original masters of resonance, using frequencies to move objects in ways that still baffle modern scientists. Stearns doesn't stop at architecture. He takes his theories even deeper, suggesting that Earth itself functions as a giant resonating instrument. He connects this idea to the Schumann resonance, a natural electromagnetic frequency generated by lightning strikes in the Earth's atmosphere. According to him, ancient civilizations not only understood this resonance, but actively harnessed it. This is where things veer into the realm of modern musical conspiracy. Stearns argues that our current tuning standard, A equals 440 Hz, is out of sync with the natural world. Instead, he advocates for A equals 432 Hz, claiming that this frequency aligns more harmoniously with Earth's natural vibration. He believes that tuning music to A equals 432 Hz could have profound effects on consciousness, healing, and even energy fields. His theories challenge conventional narratives, forcing us to rethink what we assume about ancient knowledge and technological capabilities. Whether or not sound was truly the secret ingredient behind ancient wonders, the idea certainly strikes a chord, resonating with those who seek alternative explanations for the mysteries of the past. But Stearns doesn't limit the power of sound to levitating rocks. He believes it shapes our very perception of reality. According to him, shifting music to A equals 432 Hz instead of the modern A equals to 440 Hz could create a completely different listening experience, almost like a sonic massage for the soul. He even encourages people to compare the same piece of music in both tunings to see if they can feel the difference. The comparison is almost straight out of The Matrix. Stick with A equal 440 Hz and continue life as usual. Or switch to A 432 Hz. It raises the question, have we unknowingly been living in a state of sonic dissonance without realizing it? Stearns suggests that ancient civilizations may have used this tuning for healing, meditation, and enhancing spiritual experiences. He believes that A equals 432 Hz promotes harmony and well-being, while A equals 440 Hz creates a subtle, almost imperceptible dissonance that could have negative effects on human consciousness. If he's right, then modern society has been out of sync with the natural resonance of the Earth, and we didn't even notice. So far, his theories have painted a picture of ancient sonic sculptors, a planet vibrating at a cosmic frequency, and a musical conspiracy affecting our energy. But he doesn't stop there. He suggests that the pyramids weren't just elaborate tombs for pharaohs, they were sophisticated machines, possibly even power plants harnessing sound and other energies. It sounds like a lost chapter from the Da Vinci Code, but he isn't the first to propose that the pyramids had a greater purpose beyond being burial chambers. He even draws a comparison to Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, which was built over an aquifer. Could it be that the pyramids were strategically positioned over underground water sources to tap into some kind of unknown energy? Stearns isn't suggesting that ancient Egyptians had free Wi-Fi powered by the pyramids, though admittedly, that would be amazing. Instead, he leaves the exact nature of this energy open to interpretation, aligning his theory with concepts of resonance, electromagnetism, and harnessing natural forces. If true, it raises even bigger questions. What was this energy used for? And why has this knowledge seemingly been lost? This is where speculation deepens. Stearns hints at the possibility of a highly advanced civilization, one that possessed knowledge far beyond what mainstream history credits them with. Could they have been using this energy for communication, healing, or even propulsion technology? He doesn't claim to have definitive answers. He simply suggests that we may be underestimating the capabilities of these ancient cultures. But if they were so advanced, where's the proof? It's the age-old question. If these civilizations had such remarkable technology, why haven't we found sonic chisels, levitation machines, or ancient blueprints for pyramid power plants? Stearns addresses this by posing a thought experiment. If our own civilization were to vanish tomorrow, what would be left in a few thousand years? Most of our high-tech gadgets are made from materials that degrade over time. If future archaeologists were to sift through the remains of our world in 5,000 years, they'd likely find little more than rusted metal, decayed plastic, and maybe a few indestructible Nokia phones. So, according to Stearns, the absence of physical evidence doesn't necessarily mean these technologies never existed. It just means we haven't been looking in the right way or for the right kind of evidence. Maybe we're too focused on physical relics, stone tools, artifacts, and ruins, while completely overlooking the energetic and even spiritual dimensions of these civilizations' achievements. It's like trying to understand a symphony by studying the wood and strings of a violin while ignoring the music it produces. What if we've been missing the actual melody? Stearns suggests that sound and vibration weren't just byproducts of ancient culture, but were central to their way of life, their technology, and their spiritual practices. He challenges us to consider that sound may have played a far more significant role in shaping their world than we currently recognize, one that has largely been forgotten in our modern obsession with material technology. It's as if we're trying to decode an ancient language, but only have half the alphabet. If history is a puzzle, we may be approaching it from the wrong angle, searching for hammers and chisels when the real tools could have been frequency and resonance. But how did ancient civilizations come upon such knowledge? Did they develop it naturally over time, or was there a guiding hand? This is where the conversation turns from the speculative to the truly intriguing. a space that requires both an open mind and a healthy dose of critical thinking. Did the Egyptians construct the pyramids with the help of extraterrestrial DJs spinning 432 hertz soundtracks? Not exactly. While Stearns enjoys drawing pop culture parallels, he doesn't explicitly credit aliens for these sonic marvels. Instead, he suggests that ancient civilizations might have received knowledge or guidance from sources we don't fully understand. Think of the movie Contact, where Jodie Foster's character receives a blueprint for advanced technology from extraterrestrial intelligence. Stearns hints at a similar concept, except in his version, the guidance didn't necessarily come from little green men. Instead, he proposes that ancient cultures might have tapped into a form of universal wisdom, a kind of cosmic internet of ancient knowledge that we have since lost access to. He often uses phrases like, "If it was built by aliens, then we were the aliens," implying a more complex perspective. Rather than relying on the trope of advanced beings from other worlds gifting humanity with technology, he leans into the idea that ancient humans themselves were deeply connected to something greater, an understanding of energy, vibration, and resonance that has since faded from mainstream thought. It's as if we've swapped our tuning forks for smartphones, and in doing so, forgotten how to listen to the whispers of the universe. So if the pyramids weren't just monumental tombs, and if they were, in fact, power plants, what exactly were they powering? Were the ancient Egyptians secretly running on clean sonic energy? This is where Stearns steps away from conventional explanations and moves towards something more philosophical and poetic. He leans on ancient myths and legends to suggest that the pyramids served a higher purpose, one that transcended mere utility. Rather than functioning like modern power plants producing electricity, Stearns envisions the pyramids as massive antennas, tuning into cosmic frequencies. Their precise alignments with constellations and geometric perfection weren't just aesthetic choices. They might have been designed to channel and amplify cosmic energy. Instead of a power plant in the industrial sense, imagine the pyramids as a cosmic radio receiver, picking up the frequencies of the universe. Whether they were tapping into spiritual energy, vibrational harmonics, or an as-yet undiscovered force, Stearns leaves room for speculation. Whatever their ultimate purpose, one thing becomes clear. If Stearns is right, then the ancients weren't merely stonemasons and architects. They were something far more advanced, masters of resonance, frequency, and the unseen forces of the cosmos. But Stearns doesn't stop at pyramids and lost technologies. He expands his ideas to something even more profound, the fundamental nature of the universe itself. He draws from ancient texts, myths, and philosophical traditions that describe the world as being literally sung into existence. This idea appears across multiple cultures, from the Om of Hinduism to the notion that in the beginning, there was the Word, a vibration that set everything in motion. Rather than focusing on electricity in the traditional sense, he proposes that ancient civilizations were harnessing a subtler, perhaps even spiritual energy, something closer to the resonance of Tibetan singing bowls, but on a monumental scale. If the universe itself is built on vibration and frequency, then understanding and manipulating these forces could have given ancient societies access to knowledge and power that we can barely comprehend today. At his core, Stearns is a storyteller. He isn't simply presenting raw historical facts. He's weaving together archaeology, science, mythology, and personal interpretation into a compelling narrative. His work bridges the gap between the tangible world of ancient structures and the more esoteric realm of lost knowledge and cosmic mysteries. And the best part? It's up to the listener to decide how much of the puzzle they want to believe. Whether his ideas are pure speculation or a glimpse into forgotten truths, they spark curiosity and challenge conventional narratives. But if pyramids acting as cosmic energy receivers weren't enough, Stearns takes it a step further, suggesting that sound technology in the wrong hands could become a powerful weapon. This is where things start sounding less like ancient aliens and more like Star Wars. Could ancient civilizations have discovered ways to weaponize sound? If sound could be used to levitate objects and shape stone, then why not use it for destruction? The idea might seem straight out of Dune, with its sonic weapons and shields, but Stearns argues that if ancient cultures truly mastered resonance and frequency, then sonic warfare isn't as far-fetched as it seems. So were ancient armies marching into battle armed with tuning forks of doom, ready to shatter cities with a perfectly calibrated sound wave? Did Atlantis fall because of a rogue DJ dropping an earth-shattering bass line? Stearns doesn't go that far, but he does point to myths and legends that hint at the destructive power of sound. Consider the biblical story of the Walls of Jericho, where the Israelites supposedly brought down an entire city using trumpets. Was that just a metaphor or an ancient example of sound-based destruction? Then there are the sirens of Greek mythology, beings whose enchanted songs lured sailors to their deaths, using sound as a weapon of psychological manipulation. And across cultures, sacred chants and curses describe sound frequencies with the power to heal or to harm. Instead of imagining massive sonic cannons leveling cities, Stearns suggests that ancient cultures may have understood sound's psychological and physiological effects on a deeper level. Perhaps their real weapons weren't physical at all, but rather frequencies that could instill fear, confusion, or even physical pain, a form of subliminal warfare hidden within vibration itself. This raises some unsettling questions. If specific frequencies could alter mood, perception, or even health, is it possible that ancient rulers or priesthoods knew how to manipulate their people through sound? Could certain tones and chants have been used to control minds or shape societies? Stearns isn't claiming to have all the answers. He's simply asking us to reconsider sound's role in history. Was it merely a tool for music and communication? Or did ancient civilizations tap into something far more powerful, something modern science has yet to fully understand? Stearns' theories don't just explore the physical and spiritual uses of sound. They venture into something far more unsettling, the idea that sound itself could be a source of fear, even terror. He draws comparisons to modern research on infrasound, those ultra-low frequencies below the threshold of human hearing that can still be felt deep in the bones. Infrasound has been linked to feelings of unease, anxiety, and even hallucinations, making it a ghost story of the sonic world. You can't see or hear the threat, but you feel it creeping in, just beyond perception. It's the kind of thing that belongs in a psychological horror film, except Stearns suggests that ancient civilizations may have understood and even weaponized this phenomenon. It's like that classic moment in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex's footsteps send ripples through a glass of water, a silent but ominous sign that something powerful is approaching. Could ancient people have used inaudible but deeply disturbing frequencies as a form of psychological warfare? Stearns thinks it's a possibility. But did ancient civilizations actually have sonic weapons capable of bringing down walls, controlling minds, or creating mass panic? That's the million-dollar question. Stearns acknowledges that direct evidence is scarce, and what little exists is open to interpretation. He points to archaeological sites showing unexplained destruction. Were they victims of natural disasters? Or was there something more intentional at play? He highlights ancient texts that describe the use of sound in battle. Are these simply metaphors, myths, or encoded references to lost science? And then there are the legends of magical or divine voices capable of commanding armies, causing destruction, or even healing the sick. Exaggerations, or whispers of ancient knowledge buried in folklore. Trying to prove these theories is like solving a cold case thousands of years old. The witnesses are long gone, and the evidence is fragmented, wrapped in layers of myth and legend. But just because something lacks direct proof doesn't mean it never existed. History is full of mysteries we're still trying to unravel. Even if Stearns' theories lean more towards speculation than hard science, they serve a valuable purpose. They make us question. They challenge assumptions and remind us that history isn't always as clear-cut as textbooks suggest. His work encourages us to think critically about what we know, to question mainstream narratives, and to consider whether there are missing pieces in the story of human civilization. Some of the greatest discoveries in history have come from pushing the boundaries of conventional thinking, venturing into the fringes of knowledge where others might scoff. And even if his ideas about sonic weaponry, levitating stones, or cosmic energy receivers remain speculative, they remind us of the awe-inspiring power of mystery. So there it is, a deep journey into the sonic world of Douglas Stearns, where sound isn't just vibration, but a key to unlocking ancient secrets, forgotten technologies, and perhaps even the hidden structure of reality itself. From sonic sculptors to pyramid power plants, from mystical resonance fields to hypothetical sonic weapons, these ideas stretch the imagination and challenge the way we think about history. Whether you're a true believer, a healthy skeptic, or just someone who enjoys a good mystery, one thing remains certain: sound has a power we still don't fully understand. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be inspired to listen to a 432 hertz recording and see if it resonates with you in a way you've never noticed before. Who knows? There might be a hidden message in the frequencies, waiting to be decoded by a curious mind. That brings us to the end of this exploration into the theories of Douglas Stearns and the potential of ancient sound technology. From the possibility of sonic levitation to pyramids acting as cosmic antennas, and even the unsettling idea that sound could have been weaponized in the distant past, these concepts challenge conventional history and push us toward the unknown. At the W-Files, the goal is always to ask the big questions, the ones that force us to rethink what we assume to be true. Whether or not Stearns' theories hold weight, one thing is undeniable: sound is a force more powerful than we often realize, capable of shaping the world in ways we have yet to fully comprehend. So what do you think? Could the ancients have harnessed sound in ways we've forgotten? Could 432 hertz really alter the way we experience reality? And what other secrets might be hidden in the frequencies of the universe? Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep listening to the whispers of the unknown.
Wait, what? Wait, what?